Today I'm going to show you behind the scenes of our very first basketball court renovation and how we took Clapham Common from this to this. Now, before we get into the vlog, I need to plug our brand new guide, How to Renovate Your Local Basketball Court. This is 5,000 words, 36 pages, 14 chapters, a complete manual of how to do your own renovation, where to start, who to speak to, how to raise the money, how to do a launch, how to promote it, PR, media, all of that stuff. You know, one of the big things that I believe is that if we're going to change British basketball, we need to take it upon ourselves. No one's coming to save us. We all need to take personal responsibility for changing the game and making it into what we want it to be. So I encourage you and I implore you all to pick up this guide and have a look at your local area and see whether or not you can make improvements to your own local basketball courts. The digital version is free. Yes, that is correct. The PDF downloadable version is completely for free. You can make a donation if you want. All of the proceeds goes to the Hoopsfix Foundation, which we will then use to then fund more basketball courts. However, if you want a physical version, so if you want one of these that you can pick up and turn the pages and make notes on and all that kind of stuff, that is $9.99. Again, link to both of those are in the description. Please go and check it out, and please consider making an improvement to your local basketball community and renovating your local basketball court. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get into it. So how did this all come about? In 2018, we decided we wanted to renovate a basketball court. There was no real motivation other than thinking that most outdoor basketball courts in the UK absolutely suck, and we want to make them better. We want to try and improve the game. Thought it'd be a really cool thing to do. So we stuck out a post on social media and asked people to nominate courts based on a few different things. So we were looking for a court that's used by a lot of players for a simple reason that we don't want to change people's behavior. Let's go and find a court that people are already playing on regularly and just make it a lot better. We needed perimeter space for bleachers. Bleachers is a key part of this for us. We wanted to be able to create an event space so that in the summer we can run events and we can potentially ticket them for fans and make more money to put more money back into the game and grow the basketball economy. We needed good transport links and not too far out of central. Well, for obvious reasons, we want people to be able to get there very easily. We needed good footfall for members of the public. That in large part is because, a shout out to Greg Tanner at streetball.co.uk, back in the day you used to see the footage of Brighton beach courts and it would always be packed when people were playing games there or there were events there, because there would just be members of the public that would be walking past and they would just stop to kind of watch for a little while. I wanted to create that same sort of feel, and also we wanted a cafe with local infrastructure nearby. Those were kind of like our key must-have non-negotiables for any space that we were going to renovate. We had a ton of nominations all across Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, but Clapham Common was the clear winner and it met all of those non-negotiables that we had. There's a lot of stuff over the next 2 years that's happened that was not recorded in vlog format, and I say vlog because this is going to turn into a vlog. This is just me filling in this gap where I didn't record. To give you the sort of brief overview, we had a conversation with Pete Griffiths at Basketball England. Like, Pete is an unsung hero in this sport, and he helped massively with providing us guidance and formulating a plan. He's obviously been involved with a lot of these projects before, so he kind of had the experience to kind of guide us in terms of what we needed to do next. He had a conversation with Lambeth Council. You know, that was the first point, is like, let's find out whether or not this is even a possibility. It's like, yeah, we want to do Clapham Common, but the Clapham Common want us to come in there and invest in their local facilities. They said yes. So we knew that we had a sort of tentative green light, which means that then it was on us to sort of start pulling out all of the finer details. We put together a pitch deck of what we were trying to do. This included a 3D visual of the court, some statements from various GB players backing it. So, you know, shout out to all those guys that helped sort of giving us a bit more clout to our bid and making people realize it's important. And we also included an example of other court renovations that we've done around the world, sort of before and after photos to kind of show how it might look and feel. And with the help of Pete, put together a rough budget of what we'd be looking at to do something of this scale and ambition. The other key thing that we did was a survey of current Clapham Common users. It was done with a simple Google form, which you can see, and it gave us quantifiable data to show that this was wanted by the community. And it's not just me going to the council and saying, oh, you should do a basketball court, but actually we had input from people that were using it every day, that were the users, that said, yeah, this is something that we'd like to see happen. We put all of that in the deck. You know, I look back at the deck now and I do cringe a little bit. Could have been a little bit more professional, but here we are 3 years later and it's been done. So, you know, it did the job, but I would recommend investing a little bit of money into the design of these things to sort of make them look a little bit more professional. We also connected with Pete Simmons at 506. Big shout out to 506. They have been our partner agency over the years on all of our design stuff, specifically for the Hoopsfix All-Star Classic. And he helped sort of mock up the design of what has ended up being Clapham Common, the sort of camo design, and we had multiple colours done, and we're going to be sort of replicating that style across other cities as we do future renovations. But I say all this like this was a couple of weeks. This actually took us all the way through until January of 2020, a year and a half actually, from when we first started, when we first put that first tweet out, to kind of get to this point where we had conversations with the council, approval from the council. We had approvals from the Friends of group, which is the local community group that sort of oversee Clapham, which are made up of residents in the local area, which have very large and strong political influence. But we kind of had their sort of blessings, and we had made a commitment on the side from the Hoopsfix Foundation that we would invest at least £3,000, which was profits from the Hoopsfix All-Star Classic. And Basketball England, because they believed in the project, obviously through Pete, had made the commitment that they would match fund whatever we put in, which was another £3,000. So we had an initial pot of £6,000, which kind of gets the ball rolling and lets people know we're serious and we've got a bit of money to make this happen. But we still needed another 40-odd thousand. So I've actually got emails from back then where I'm telling people I've got no idea how we're going to come up with the money, but this is what we're trying to do, putting out the tentacles to see whether or not there's any interest from people. By the time it got to sort of March of 2020, we're in a place where we basically had a plan. We had our final costs. We'd also connected with Gareth Roberts at Project in the Paint. Big shout out to Gareth. And they're doing great work specifically around doing art courts. And he gave us the costs and an idea of what we'd be looking at to do an art court design. Not only just the cost of the paint, but the cost of the labour and the artists. He connected us with Darren John from Absolutely Studio, who ended up doing the artwork on the floor. And so by March 2020, we were kind of all sorted in terms of having a plan, but we didn't have the money. And then sort of the magic happened. And this is where I kind of believe if you actually start on these projects, things just start falling into place. And one of those magical moments of synchronicity happened whereby the NBA contacted Basketball England and said, we're working with Foot Locker as part of their Raise the Game partnership, and we're looking for a basketball court to renovate. We've got budget, and we're looking to spend the money. At that point, they wanted to spend the money by September of 2020. So here we were. We had everything in place, all of the permissions necessary to move forward with this, but we didn't have the money. And they were in a situation where they had the money, but didn't have the court, the permissions of where to do something like that. So it was kind of like a perfect match. The one big thing that we didn't have at this point was Secretary of State approval. And because it's a common, there are different sort of legal requirements around it. You can't just get permission from the Park Council. It had to actually go to the Secretary of State. So we had to do this whole level of paperwork that needed to be sent off. And then we had to wait. Of course, in amongst all of this mess, COVID was going on, right? Which had delayed a load of stuff, put everyone on the back foot. Everyone's kind of scrambling, trying to work out what's going on and how the new world is looking under the auspices of a pandemic. But yeah, we were sort of pushing forward with it. So we put in the Secretary of State submission, and then we waited and waited and waited. It took a long time to get that permission. I think 8 or 9 months in the end. And it ended up coming in July of 2021. So that's just heading into the summer. Clapham Common, Lambeth Council had bookings on the courts over the summer through August, through the summer holidays. So they were like, we cannot start the work until September. Again, this is not ideal from our perspective. We know the work's going to take at least 8 weeks, and that depends on a dry run of weather as well. That takes us into November. So it's like you're launching a court in November, which is cold and wet and, English weather. There was nothing we could do about it, and we just couldn't wait. So we pushed forward with it. The plan was the work was scheduled to originally start September the 1st. So the first thing we did, knowing that we had the permissions, knowing that we had the money, knowing that the work was going ahead, that the contractors were booked, was to go and get our before photos so that when, like at the start of this video, I can show you the before and after. We have all of this content, which is so valuable to be able to show people the full transformation. So I hit up Ivan from the Come Up, shout out Ivan, to go down there with his drone. And he went down and took these beautiful drone shots of the courts as they were before any work was done. And then I went down and took some photos as well. This is where the vlog actually begins. So I'll hand it over to myself. Here is the vlog from the complete transformation of Clapham Common from the moment the contractors first got on site to the completion with the seating in December of 2021. It is day one. We are in Clapham Common, heading down to the courts. Today is the first day of our basketball court renovation with Foot Locker, the NBA, and Basketball England. Super exciting. So we're just going to go and look at the lay of the land on day one so that we can follow the progress over the next month and see how it all comes together. So I'm looking like a bit of a tramp. I need to head to the barber, and my beard is wild.
turns out the start of the work has been delayed by 2 days, so it's actually starting on Wednesday the 8th of September instead of Monday the 6th as originally planned. So this was it wasn't a wasted trip actually, because I managed to get some photos that we were missing some of the before shots. Though there are 2 people playing basketball right now that unfortunately are taking up one of the hoops that I'm waiting to leave so that then I can get shots of all 4 hoops. But yeah, I've got to get out of there in a little bit. But yeah, it's looking, in a month's time, this is all going to look very different to how it currently looks. So yeah, good to come down here anyway and get the befores. We sent a drone up here earlier last week to get the aerial shots. I've just done a few shots on this camera and then done some stills as well, just to make sure we've got the whole thing documented with befores and afters, which we can then use to leverage more court renovations in the future, because definitely don't want this to be the only one that's done. But yeah, anyway, we will make a return hopefully when the building work has actually started. It is 6:30 p.m. on Sunday. No, not Sunday. 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday, the 15th of September. Officially 9 days after the court was meant to start the renovation work. Obviously, it didn't start the first time I come down here, so we're coming down here again. I was told the contractors were on site this morning starting the work, so we're going to check it out. As I look over there, I can see some people playing, which means the fencing is not doing a good job. But at least it means that people can carry on playing, I guess, as long as the hoop's still up. But we'll see whether any work has been done. I hope the work has started and we're not delayed anymore, because we're already missing the initial scheduled launch date. But yeah, let's go take a look. So the contractors definitely got it. As you can see, the fence hasn't lasted long, but work is underway. People still hooping on the 1 court that's available, and then we've got 2 hoops over there as well that have been taken down. So 3 out of 4 are down, and that is how it is looking. We're underway, finally. As you can see, there is a very enthusiastic exercise class that is broken through the fencing and is carrying on training despite the work having started. We've got 1 hoop left, so people are still hooping, and 3 of the hoops are down. This is how it's looking. We look down the hole, got to put out all the supports, put in new holes for the new hoops and rims that are coming. That one over there as well. And yeah, that is day 1 of the work has begun. It finally, 3 years later, begins as the sun sets beautifully over Clapham.
2, 1 and squat. 10, 9, 8, 7.
So, 8 days later, here we are. The hoops have been moved. There seems to be new posts in the ground. Let's go and take a look around the corner. Not posts, I mean like the holes have been filled, so the new support brackets are in for the new hoops. But more of the fence has been damaged, people have been climbing over. And the fence has been completely opened along here as well. So there is the lesson. You need to have your security up. But yeah, let's get on the court and get some close-up shots of what's been going on and get some photos as well. But yeah, so as you can see, fencing has been absolutely wrecked. Awesome. Thank you to the lovely people that did that. Padlock is still intact. Yeah, hoops have been moved, and it looks like, yeah, we've got a new post in. I think they've been doing some pressure washing or something today, because obviously the floor's still wet and it hasn't rained today. So yeah, so we're putting the new supports for the new hoops. They will go in there. Each one has been done. Some leftover water. If I'm not going to walk around mud, I need to make sure I don't tread in the watery bits too much. You can see all the silt here that's collected. So I think they've cleaned this court by the looks of it. Because this one's looking fresh. Netball posts, the arch enemy. But yeah, as you can see, so this will be one of the half courts here. So it's been refilled in and posted in, and this one over here. And this is what the side view is looking like from So yeah, that is how it's looking. There's our rec fence which people can climb over there as well, so that needs fixing. But yeah, it makes me a bit nervous about when the painting starts, whether or not we're actually going to be able to keep it, well, keep people off it so we can get the work done. But yeah, I mean, overall, in 8 days, its progress feels like it's pretty slow. But maybe that's how long these things take. It is Wednesday, the 29th of September, week 3. We're back in Clapham Common, going down to check out the courts. Got an email update this morning. There are some things that are delayed, but also there's been progress. Apparently the posts are in now and the floor has been washed, ready to start being coloured and blacked in preparation for the paintwork that hopefully will start next week. But yeah, we're gonna go down and check it out. Hopefully get some more nice sunset shots because the sun is just going down. But yeah, let's go have a look. What is that? I see new posts. Yes, yes, yes. Looks like the basic floor markings are now down as well. But yeah, we will get on and have a look as we walk around. Fencing is definitely not fixed. It's just pulled back across, as you can see. But yeah, let's go have a look. It's looking clean. Would you look at that? I'm going to tell this skater to get off as well. Taking the mick. Wow, sick. Unfortunately, the netball lines have gone down already. The netball lines are meant to go down last, which is very annoying because we wanted to get some money shots without the netball markings on it. But here's what it is. Anyway, it's looking flipping wicked. Got the 2 half courts. As you can see, floodlights just turned on nice. But yeah, we've got adjustable hoops, which should be locked off with a key in the local cafe, which means we can run mini hoop sessions down here for young kids that can't shoot on 10 foot. All the 4 posts are in. Hoops and backboards are going in last, obviously. And then the paintwork, all the artwork should go down next week. But yeah, sick, well happy. Like, this is unbelievable progress compared to last week where I felt like it was going so slow. It is Wednesday the 6th of October, about 1 PM. I'm back at Clapham. Came down because Darren John, who is our artist right there, is coming down today to begin starting prepping everything for the paintwork, the artwork that is starting. Noticed a pretty big problem. 3-point lines are wrong. So we're on the phone at the moment trying to work out a solution because we don't have time to wait for the contractor to come down and fix it all and whether or not the paintwork can start and then get the lines put in afterwards. So this is the issue with the 3-point line. As you can see, it is curved all the way around, but that is not FIBA rigs. It should be a straight line. And also, we're a little bit too thin. This area is meant to be 90 centimeters and it's 65. So the line going up should be here. And it should be going straight up a 90 degrees angle until it hits the curve and then curving around. So that is being fixed tomorrow. But yeah, you can see I've got a painting here. 1 second. I've got a look at the artwork. I don't know if you can see that. Might be too hard to see, I might have to. But you can see the lines are straight, 90 degree angles going up and round. So that needs to be fixed. It's not easy. It's one thing after another. There's always problems. But we will get there. We are determined to get this done. And we will get it done. It's pretty nippy today. But we've actually, originally the weather forecast was set to be awful for the next 8-9 days, which made us think that it was going to be delayed massively because the painting can't be done when it's raining, obviously when the floor's wet. But now the weather forecast is sunny for the next 8-9 days, or at least dry anyway. So hopefully we will be good to get it all done. But yeah. So this is Darren John from Absolutely Studio.
Hello, hello.
Responsible for doing all of the beautiful paint work, artwork. So can you talk about the process of what exactly you're doing step by step what needs to happen to be able to make this happen.
Well, first things first, you've got to lay down the base work. Sketching in, every design has its own unique process to get everything mapped in correct but efficiently. And every design sort of is dictated by how efficient you can get it done. So this one works really, really well for gridding. So instead of having one large problem, break it down into hundreds of small problems that are much easier to solve. So it will be replicated from square to square to get all the sharp geometry of the design mapped perfectly into the core. It's a laboursome process, but if you like measurements and maths, it's quite fun. I think we'll have it in a couple of days, I think, the sketching in at least.
So doing the sketching over the next couple of days with the chalk, and then next step will be bringing in the paintwork. And then how long will you need to do all the painting?
Depends on the weather. We're okay at the moment. It's looking promising. You know what British weather's like. I think realistically between about 5 to 8 days. Make sure everything is solidly coated, all the edges are nice and sharp. I think that's realistic. There's always hurdles and there's always hiccups, so it's difficult to feel fully confident in that. Definitely 8 days, because history has shown that that's not really how it works. So yeah, watch this space. If I'm delayed, you know what are you going to do? You know?
It is Friday the 8th of October, back down at Clapham Common, so it's 2 days after Darren John first got down here, so I come down just to get a little update. As you can see behind me, there are a bunch of markings on the floor, so after they did the grid work with the chalk, they have now put down tape and chalk lines to mark where the painting is going to fill in. So yeah, it's all ready to go. Painting hopefully will start next week. Also an update on the 3-point line situation. That was fixed yesterday by the contractors. So the 3-point lines are now correct to FIBA regulations, with the straight 90-degree angle then going into the curve, which is a big relief because that was a bit of a stress. There's a few other issues with the netball lines which hopefully we're going to get sorted out. Netball lines obviously shouldn't have gone down, I've said that before, but now the line actually goes through the middle of the free throw line, which is where there's meant to be branding, and we can't have that. So we're trying to work out whether or not we're allowed to paint over all the lines, put all the artwork down, then the netball lines go down afterwards. That would be the ideal. No one wants the netball lines on here, but unfortunately that's what makes the council money. So have to make some compromises. But yeah, it's coming together. Back at the Common, it is Wednesday the, I don't even know what, of October. Let me just check, have a look at my quick phone here, 1 second. 13th of October. The paint has finally arrived, it's 3 days late. But Darren and Absolutely Studio are on the courts trying to get the first lot down whilst we've still got some dry weather, because it's meant to rain all next week, which is going to put us behind. So I thought I'd come down quickly, check out how it's going on day 1, get some photos and video. So yeah, couldn't be bothered to cycle the 20-mile round trip and jumped on the tube. But as you can see, there is Darren over there, and I see some blue on the floor. Let's go check it out. Alright, so we are on the courts, and as you can see behind me, the painting has started. Darren and his partner over there getting on with it, but it's coming together. Apparently this blue has got great coverage, we're getting great mileage out of the 20-litre tins, which is good news, which means we should have enough. 4 different shades of blue going down. 3-pointed line areas obviously staying clear. Centre circle Hoopsfix logo going right here. And then we've got the 2 half courts. We're painting over the netball lines, there's been an issue with them. So the netball lines are going to be painted over and then they'll be re-put down. But let me just show you a quick. You can see here, that's roughly how, that's 1 half anyway, how it's going to look. Raise the game foot up a Hoopsfix, nice. Had to spray paint the line markings down because the rain's obviously worn down the chalk a little bit and the tape. And if I bring you over here, you can see we've already got our first, oh, here's the other half. That's one of the half courts there. You can see we've already got our first vandal. Thank you very much. Very expensive posts, whoever you are, idiot. which is just great. Which does not give me too much hope for the another few weeks, however long this is going to go on for. But yeah, we are getting there. Going to get through 3 tins today, and then carry on. Hopefully, get a decent dry run, even though it's meant to rain all next week. But yeah, decent. It is Friday the 15th of October, so 2 days after the paint has started. As you can see behind me, there has been a ton of progress made. It's looking sick. I'm pumped. So, see a lot of the blue is in now. Obviously it looks a little bit messy still because the tape is down, but when the tape is pulled up, you'll have all these sharp lines like this middle bit here, and it will look slick. And these bits you can see it looks cleaner when the tape's not there. And look what's on the middle there. The Hoopsfix logo started to go down, and it is looking sick. It's all coming to life. So we've got to be careful I don't step on the white bits, but yeah, you can see here without the tape up how smooth the lines are. Then these white blocks are in on the keyways. It's going to have a fat Foot Locker logo going across here. Obviously got to shout out Foot Locker for helping fund this bad boy. And there's another one down there. That big white circle in the middle that looks like a helicopter landing pad is Baselayer logo. That'll go there. Obviously they are also helping fund it. Ignore these horrible netball lines that piss me off every time I see them. There'll be a Foot Locker logo on the free throw line here. And then over on this side will be hoopsfix.com. This will be the Hoopsfix half court. This will be the Foot Locker half court. Yeah, it's coming together nice. Unfortunately, netball lines, we've just found out netball lines are going to be painted. They are going to be painted over, obviously. These netball lines are in the wrong place because they go through the middle of where the logos go. So they've got to be moved about 3 foot back that way. So they'll be painted over, then they'll be repainted, put down, but they'll be painted down in white. So it's not quite as glaringly contrasting to what's already there. But yeah, that is how it's looking. Darren over there starting to put up the tape, but the absolutely studio guys have done a great job. Floodlights are on, and that is going to be the beauty as well, having the floodlights so we can hoop late into the night in the summer when we've got tournaments and events down here. So yeah, I'm super happy. It's coming together. They only need 2 more days, and then on to the next phase, getting the backboards and hoops in and the seating in. Look how clean it looks with the white lines. It is 5:04 on the 22nd of October. We are back at Clapham. The rain has stopped, so the artists have just had 2 more days filling in the paintwork, and it's pretty much almost there. It's flipping cold out here. But as you can see, floodlights just turned on, so you know it's 5. Foot Locker logos are now down in the keyways. The Hoopsfix logo is being finished on centre court with the lovely added Raise the Game moniker, which is Foot Locker's campaign, which they're doing across Europe. Of course, we've got the hoopsfix.com. People know where to go, find the website, all the top British basketball news and content. Foot Locker at this other end. Over here, there's all the vinyls left over from where they painted, where they used to put all the logos down. We've got the entrance, official. Let me come around this side. NBA and Foot Locker, official partner of the NBA. Let me give you a nice little pan across the whole thing. There, and then so one set of bleacher seating will go here, 10 metres. One set over there, one set over there. Got this little regenerated in 2021. And as we come over, this is still wet paint over here, so I'll be careful not to walk on it. As you can probably see it glistening a little bit off the floodlights. So yeah, designs by 5 or 6. Shout out Pete at 5 or 6, always helping out. Let me just jump over here. So this half court is the Hoopsfix half court. As you can see, another hoopsfix.com, making sure they know they're at Foot Locker. And here we've got welcome to Clapham Common Courts, which actually in retrospect would have been nice to have made this welcome to at Clapham Common Court, linking to the Instagram page so people know where to find it. But yeah, as you can see, the whole thing is coming together nice. The one issue we did have the other day, you see these little white marks everywhere. Roller skaters breaking on, knocking down all the fencing and scrolling through the Basketball England logo. Which I'll take you to over here. So we need to clean all that up as well. But yeah, it is looking beautiful. That's it, just getting back on my faithful bike, heading back another cycling 10 miles back to East London. Kind of can't believe it's happening, like it's actually real and it's coming together like just beautifully. Look at that sunset shot. Floor is looking amazing, design's looking sick, logos are looking clean. I just can't wait now for the hoops and the backboards to go up. This is just, yeah, this is so exciting. I'm so excited. And the fact that it's the profits from the Hoopsfix All-Star Classic that helped make it happen, which is essentially, might be one of you, if you've ever bought a ticket, it might be your money that's helped go towards this, makes it all the more special. It's really like a community-driven effort. So yeah, I'm super happy in this reflectful moment in the sun. Yeah, look forward to hopefully getting it finished in the next week too, and then we get the launch done in the cold weather, and then look forward to next summer. Sick! It is October the 31st, 5:45, because the clock's just gone back down at Clapham on a Sunday evening, because it's the driest it's been in the last 3 days. We've got to cover the last of these lines. See these yellow netball lines? You can see there, they've been sprayed over there. We're just doing a little bodge job before the contractors can do it properly, so that it's good for a photo shoot this week. Also gives you a chance to see Clapham at night. So the contractors are coming tomorrow morning to take down all the fencing, even though it's been knocked down there. They're going to take down all the fencing and put in the hoops and backboards. And it's actually technically going to be open, but the artwork is now done, apart from this. So yeah, this is how I'm spending my Sunday evening. It's still not even fully dry, but it has to be done before the fence comes down, because otherwise there's going to be people on it. So tonight was the last opportunity. So we're gonna get these going, get them well shaken, as you can hear, put the cap on, and then get spraying. Goodbye netball lines, never come back. It is now 6:30. A little bit cold, but we're getting there. So, as you can see, these ones done this line, got that one to do, the last of this bit to do. I'm on my last tin, but yeah, we're almost there. We're getting there. It's cold. It's just come up to 7 PM. I think we're done. So I'm heading home. I'm going to sort out this fencing very quickly. Who knows whether it's been blown over or whether it's been knocked over. I did have to just kick a skater off and have a strong word of her, because she was absolutely taking the mick, trying to skate all over it. But yeah, covered the lines, a bit of a bodge job, but it'll do the job for now. He'll make sure that it's looking clean for the shoot this week. And then yeah, unfortunately netball lines will be put in, but not until later. But yeah, this is how it's all looking. Like, these are the other touches that we're putting on Thursday. The stripes, the Foot Locker stripes, they're on each baseline. They're over there as well by the NBA and Foot Locker logo. And down the middle of the court there at the Welcome to Clapham Common court mark. But yeah, that is how it's looking. Skate marks have been covered, but as you can see, you can still kind of see them. But that's the best we can do for now without spending a load more money, which is frustrating. Yeah, Hoopsfix logo at centre court, looking slick as raise the game, baby, raise the game. But yeah, that's how it's looking. Artwork is done. Hoops and backboards in tomorrow. We getting there. We getting there. Let me go put up this fencing. "12 hours later, we're back at Clapham, Monday the 1st of November. Should go this way so the sun's in my face. ETC, our contractors, have just come down, and the backboards and hoops are going in. As you can see, putting down a backboard by each hoop. got going around the van to get up, and yeah, exciting times. Rims looking sick. You can see the lines I sprayed last night. I mean, they're pretty visible, unfortunately, even though they're covered. It's better than what they were, but it's still not ideal, is it? But anyway, here's the backboard. Check this out. Oh yeah, looking slick. It's gonna be so clean. And they will be attached up onto there, and then people can play basketball again. And the backboard's up, and the ring is going up. Look at that beauty. Packaging comes off, and that is up. That is looking slick. The hoop is now done, and we've just got to adjust it. It is done, the first one is done. Look at that beauty. It's looking unreal. Set it at exactly 10 foot. Got the brand new nets, the clear backboard, the adjustable hoop at the back. So it's got a bracket that you basically screw on there, and then you can adjust it. But yeah, that is looking beautiful. I'm gonna have to come down here with a brush and some water and scrub off the tyre tracks from the van, but we'll deal with it for now. Backboard number 2 going up over there right now, and then the other rims are out, ready to go over there. But yeah, that is sick. The second one has gone up well quick compared to the first, because they worked their way around it. He said they know what they're doing now. And look at that on 2 half courts, looking so pretty, man. And then there's just the full court left after that. But yeah, it should be done pretty soon, hopefully. Make sure they're measuring it out. 10 foot, bang on. At that. Oh, the sun is bright. We're out here. It is done. The artwork is done. The floor's done. The backboards are done. The rims are up. The nets are up. Only thing we've got to do now is take down the fencing and bring in the seating. But yeah, good job. Well happy. It is Tuesday, is that recording? Yeah, Tuesday the 2nd of November, 10 AM, back at Clapham Common. We are doing a drone shoot today to get some aerial shots. The fencing was taken down by the council. They emailed me this morning at 6 o'clock in the morning to let me know it's going to be down, which means that we can come down and get some of our final shots. I wanted to actually shoot the hoops as well, get some clean shots of the hoops, but I did not anticipate the cold weather leading to all this dew on the backboards, which is going to ruin them all. So I'm refraining at the moment, and we might just have to do the aerial shots with a drone. So waiting for Ivan, aka the Come Up official. He decided to drive from West London, so he's parked. He's trying to find somewhere to park, which is obviously taking a little while. But yeah, the court is, floor's wet as well, which I'm worried it's going to, from the aerial view, it's going to make it look a bit patchy. But we'll go up and we'll see how it looks. And the plan is to come down again anyway when the seating's in, which will be in a couple of weeks. It's annoying that we're doing the launch without the seating, but you know, it is what it is. It's November. We've got to get it just announced, and then when the seating arrives, the seating arrives. Obviously held up due to supply chain issues. But yeah, with no fencing in, this is the final look. Only thing to add is the seating. It's looking slick. We opened up the launch last night, put it out on social media. We've had almost 200 people register in about 12 hours, which is way more than I expected, and now I'm a bit concerned about how we're going to manage it because we've only got 4 hoops. So that should be interesting, but we'll work it out. Anyway, let's wait for Ivan and get this drone up in the air. Here he is, the main man, Ivan Grotsev, aka the Come Up official, aka the drone man, aka the big boss. See, there's the drone. Here's the drone operator.
Hi there.
What's the plan?
We need to get a few panning shots of the court to show the changes. Obviously, we need to try to replicate the shots we took for the before.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and a few pictures.
And a few pictures, yeah, pictures as well.
To see all the colours, all the logos, everything.
I don't know if I can see the screen. Oh, I can actually. Yeah.
Okay. Do you
Yeah.
do you thingy? Do you
So-
remember which ones we took?
Yeah, yeah. Well, so do like vertical directly above from the centre, first of all.
Just straight or spinning?
Yeah. Straight. Well, you're gonna do photos or video first.
I'll do the video stuff first.
Alright, cool. Whee.
If I remember how to play this thing. Hopefully no ducks come at it again. Like last time.
Okay. That looks sick.
It doesn't. You can't tell that much about the.
The water.
Yeah.
No, you can't. Drone job done. We've let the people on the court that are waiting to go on. Everyone's taking photos. Young guys were very happy and excited to see it. It's all becoming a bit real. Me and Ivan heading to a little cafe now. Do the download of the footage and the photos, and then head for more meetings. Launch on Sunday. Change of plan. Neither me or Ivan bought a card reader to be able to download the footage and transfer it across onto my laptop. So we have left Starbucks. He's jumped in his car back to West, and I'm heading back to my bike. I've got to cycle to King's Cross now for another meeting. This is literally what I did yesterday. Clapham to King's Cross. So yeah, he's going to send over the footage later. We'll check it out, make sure that we've got everything we want, drone shots wise, and yeah, happy days. So we're just saying it's just such a shame that the seating's not here, and we've kind of got to announce this launch without the seating, but realistically there's no choice. We're already in November, it's freezing. We want to do a launch event, we want people playing, and we can't be risking doing that in December when it's snowy. So we're gonna have to go no seating. I'm gonna make a point of just saying the seating's not arrived yet, and it will be here so that people know it's not the finished product when we put out the drone shots. Then we'll send the drone up again when the seating's here and do the final shots, and then Clapham Common project is complete. On to the next one. I don't know if we're going to be on to the next one. Might need a break, to be honest. It is 5 o'clock in the morning. Been up since about 3:45. Today is launch day. It's been pretty crazy the last week or so. We thought we were going to have about 35 people and about 420 registered. So yeah, it should be pretty interesting. And we've got boxes of t-shirts and hoodies and sweaters. I didn't even get them all out. But here we got Raise the Game t-shirts with Clapham logo on the back, and then hoodies for staff. We picked up the ball rack last night. It's all a bit complicated. Basically, it can be an event, but it can't be an event because we don't have an event booking with the council, which means that It's essentially meant to just be people showing up and playing basketball. Obviously with that many people, it makes it a little more complicated. I don't know how much chance I'm going to get to actually be on my video camera today, so I thought I'd record this and then we'll see how we get on throughout the day. But I've got Tope coming to pick me up 8 o'clock. We're loading up the truck and then yeah, heading down to Clapham, and hopefully, well, it's going to be about 11 degrees, so it's going to be cold. Always said I don't want to do an outdoor event because I don't want to risk it with the British weather. And then when we do end up doing an outdoor event, we're doing it in flipping November. We are loading up, just waiting for the lift, and we will head off.
Going down.
3. Oh, we're loaded. I'm too hot already. I need to get outside. We are en route to Clapham. Tope finally showed up. Say hi, Tope.
Hello, hello.
We are packed to the brim out back. Driving through central London. Oh, what's that? I don't even know if that was way out focused. We going left? Yeah. I'm about to cross Tower Bridge. There's the Shard. Looking sweet. We are here on launch day. Under 16s already done. Got the under 18s. But as you can see, we are Ramo. People playing on every hoop. It is a gathering of the community. It's looking nice. And more people showing up now. We've got an exhibition next. And then over 18s open play. But yeah, it's looking decent. The sun is setting over Clapham. People still hooping. People still out here. That's exactly what it's about. That's a wrap from Clapham. The launch is done. It is open. And now, yeah, we will make the trip back east and get out of here. It's lively out here. But yeah, look, it is still packed. Oh, bit out of focus. Yeah, it is Ramo. Happy days. Happy days. Successful day. It is Thursday, the 2nd of December. I'm back in Clapham because I just got wind. You can probably hear the drilling in the background. The contractors got down here this week and the seating has finally arrived after all the supply chain issues and it being delayed by like 3 months or something crazy. It's finally happening. It's flipping freezing. So I'm glad we got the launch done when we did. But yeah, I've come down, get some video, get some photos, some progress shots. Hopefully it'll be done this week and then we're good to go. But you can see how the sun's a bit bright. There it all is being put in, looking great. So the concrete is still setting. It'll be painted over afterwards to make it look a bit better. But the first line of seating is in. Looking slick. There we've got wooden, so nice strong wood on metal frame. I don't even know what the numbers are in terms of how many it will seat. I think each block might seat 50, 10 metre rows. It's a shame we didn't really split these two so they're on either side of the post so people aren't sitting directly behind the post, but it's a thin post and it means that in the photos it'll look better because people are more clumped together, so yeah, it'll look packed. But yeah, first one is in and you can see they're drilling all the actual wooden supports onto the frames and then the other guys are then concreting into the ground. But yeah, it's coming together nice. Sick. And it's a shame that we've had to fence off the entire court again so people can't play. I was under the impression they were only going to fence off half of it, so that the 2 half courts would still be available. But unfortunately, it looks like that hasn't happened. But it's only going to be a week, I think. They said hopefully it'll be done by next week. But yeah, that's how it looks from behind. And the sideline seats on either side of the Basketball England logo. Imagine tournaments here would stand packed. So here you can see one of the frames. There's the wooden boards that will go mounted on it that people sit on and the back supports. But that's how they look before they are all put together. But yeah, so we have a line on this baseline, a line going there, a gap where the Basketball England logo is, and then the second line over on that side, which you can't see because the sun's so bright. But yeah, almost tripped. Legit. Gonna take a few photos, get the progress pics in. So we've got this side being put in now. That one's in. That one's getting ready to go in. I'm used to it just being prepped. And there's just this end. So I just spoke to somebody and we said that apparently you give 18 inches per bum on a bleacher. And then we worked out based on everything we've got, they're 10 metre rows, that's 10 metres, that's 10 metres, that one will be 10 metres, and this one will be 10 metres. If everyone sits super tight, and that is, you know, without a lot of space, so everyone real close together, it will fit 264, but obviously, so the end really, probably want to say like 240-ish, 220, 240, if you want people to have a little bit more space. So yeah man, it gives us a decent amount of tickets to sell for events next summer. The other thing I've just been looking at is this PVC stanchion. I want to get this branded. I'm going to get some stencils and some spray paint and get at Clapham Common Court going down here so we can push to the Instagram page so people know where to find us. But yeah, it's all coming together nicely. It is 7:30 AM on Friday the 17th of December. As you can see, it's still dark and Christmas lights are up. That's how much time has passed since the work on this project has started. And we are back in Clapham Common because the seating was finished and installed this week and the fencing has been taken down. Sorry, just making sure I don't get run over. So Ivan is on his way with the drone. I am here a little bit early. I'm gonna go head over, get it set up, and we're gonna try and get some shots of the sun rising. I was hoping we would have a really clear day, but it's very cloudy. So I'm not sure they're gonna quite be as good as I thought. So that might have to be one for next summer when we're guaranteed some clear days. But of course, you want to do it all now when the paint is a bit more fresh. It's already looking a bit more worn down than it was. The whites aren't as white and all that kind of stuff. Wow, it's really blue. I could do some type of balance on there. Anyway, we're gonna go down, check it all out, get some shots, some final shots of the seating and that, and then yeah, the project is a wrap. Bring on next summer. I don't even know if you can see that as we walk over, but there is the seating. It is in. What an absolute beaut. But yeah, let's go head over and check it out. And here we are. Unfortunately, a lot of rubbish has been left out. Oh, not cool. Maybe we need some more bins. Team benches are in as well, as you can see on this side. But yeah, looking good. Let's head on and do it clear up. Dun, 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 dun. Look at that.
seating in. So all the cement still needs painting, but it can't be done right now because of the weather. So the cement is going to be painted in the spring. So it's to be done. That is all the seating. Going to do a full tour. Look at all this rubbish, man. Need to remove that bit of thing as well, just from the fencing. That is just not cool. So maybe we need to look at bringing in another bin on this side, because clearly people are too lazy to take it over to that bin. But yeah, well happy. Seating looks flipping awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna do a little clean up before Ivan gets here so the drone shots can be somewhat better. But you can see, even looking at this, it's just worn down. That's just what happens when people play on it and stuff, of course, to be expected. But it just means all of the photos and stuff are gonna be a little bit not quite as crisp. Which is why, ideally, you'd do it, you'd get it all done at the same time, and then you get all of your shots when it's all super bright and perfect as soon as it's done. But that's just not the way we've been able to do the project, unfortunately. But yeah, we've got your team benches in there as well. Anyway, I'm gonna clean up. Ivan showed up. Yes, Ivan, drone operator. We've just done a big clean up, picked up all the bottles and some of the old leaves off the court, put them all in the bin. Bin is now full up. Yeah, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna be able to use the drone shots. It is cloudy, so my visions of a beautiful sunrise have died pretty quick. So the lesson here is always do your basketball court project. Start the work in the spring, get it done for the summer, and then when you do all your after shots, it's nice and looking good. It was unavoidable in our situation, unfortunately, but we're going to do the best we can. I think we're going to take the shots, and then potentially I'm going to send them to a photo manipulator, touch-upper, to clean them up, so that you'd never... The drone is going up. Is it? It's going way up. There is the drone. There is the drone operator. What else do you think? Just some closer ones swooping in over the seat. Like coming right down, so it's only like, you know, like 15 foot, 10, 15 foot. Drone shoot done. It's now, what's time? About
9:20.
9:20. Oh, in 2 hours. Done the drone shot, got a few more other photos because I want to start doing a portrait series on Instagram of people that use and have been involved with the Clapham project. So yeah, we're going to go find a coffee shop and do the download, get a hot drink in us, and then start editing it. But yeah, project is done. It's all done, finished. Well, actually, got to paint over all this cement in the spring, but yeah, the seating is in. Yeah, get this project wrapped up. Next one, Birmingham, head of the Commonwealth Games 2022. Let's go.